What's up everyone, welcome to Ben's Car Reviews. I'm Ben and today we'll be dissecting the 2025 GMC Sierra HD. Let's get right into it with a chart. There are going to be 7 different ways to get your HD Sierra in 2025, ranging from the Pro at just over $46,000 all the way to that Denali Ultimate starting at $92,800. So essentially here, your top trim is doubling the price of your base trim. You do not see that very often. But hopefully within that range, there's one that falls in your price points that you can get. Engine options, what are we looking at? 2 will be the choices. Standard is a 6.6 liter V8, 401 horsepower, 464 pound-feet of torque. All but the Denali Ultimate have the option for that same size engine, but in a Duramax diesel with 470 horsepower and a 975 pound-feet of torque. Denali Ultimate will get that standard. Both will have the mighty Allison 10-speed auto. You can see that there's many ways to configure your cab and bed length. That's all going to alter towing as well. And let's looking at strength, again, this is all dependent on your setup, but there are some nice ranges here, and max towing will be at 36,000 pounds. Real quick guys, here at Ben's Car Reviews, there's no fluff and we keep it under 10 minutes. If that's something that's intriguing to you and you like this content as you watch, please like and subscribe and I'll keep growing the channel. Let's keep going. This generation of heavy-duty Sierra has to be my favorite modern truck design I've ever seen. I think this front end is captivating, and working all the way around, it's just a very solid, rugged look. There are tons of ways to get your Sierra, but I'll hit the high points here. Obviously in the car world, light feature designs are largely going to make or break a design. These Sierras look fantastic. You're going to have standard animated LED projector headlamps with LED turn signals and LED daytime running lights. The SLT and higher will also be standard with fog lights. One of the best things that GM does with their models is having different front ends as far as designs and finishes. You'll absolutely find a wide range here, and I think it does wonders to a lineup to not have everything look the same. They all have their own theme. The Pro and SLE will have 17-inch wheels. The rest will have 18-inch, except the Denali Ultimate, which will be 20-inch. I am surprised. I would have guessed that the Denali Ultimate may have been 21 or 22. All the designs are adequately well done for what the trim is supposed to represent, and there are additional wheel options beyond the standard setups as well, so be aware of that if you're optioning. There will of course be a spare tire standard in all of these also. There will be varying frills when it comes to assist steps. For example, some will have LED lights, but assist steps will be in there. All but the Pro and SLE will have the GMC Multi-Pro tailgate. The AT4 and higher will have some skid plates underneath for added protection. The AT4X will have most out of all of them. The AT4 and AT4X will also have red recovery hooks out front. The AT4X will be the only model that can be equipped into an AEV edition, which makes it into the Bison, which is one heck of a vehicle. The SLT and higher will have the outside power adjustable vertical trailering mirrors with power folding, extending, and auto dimming driver glass. The AT4 and higher will have a driver selectable electronic locking rear diff. The AT4 and higher will have an off-road suspension. The AT4X will also have a 1.5-inch factory installed lift and Multimatic DSSV dampers. The SLT and higher will have LED bed lights. Bumpers, door handles, side mirrors, window trim, etc. will all be varying finishes. The SLT and higher will have rain sensing wipers. You're of course going to get 5 roof marker lights. The Denali and higher will have a smoked amber version of that. And there are numerous packages available, so be sure to check those out if you're optioning a new one. When it comes to a best bang for your buck, I think it's a very tough decision to pick. For one, performance isn't gained unless you get the Denali Ultimate with that standard Duramax. Achieving max towing capability is all dependent on your cab, bed, and drivetrain specs, no matter which trim you pick. But somehow, there is nearly $50,000 of range of MSRP in this 7 trim lineup. So what are you paying extra for if you opt for a higher trim? Yes, there are some mechanical elevated features if you opt higher, but in the end, It seems you're really paying for appearance packages and lots of interior bling. I would love to choose the SLT, and you'll see why next, but I think the SLE will be my selection for the most frugal way to go. Let's get into that interior now. A very well-designed interior here, and if you opt above the Pro, I think you're getting a visually satisfactory interior for the money. The dash design, center console area, and seats are all well done. All but the Pro will have the 13.4-inch diagonal GMC premium infotainment system with Google built in. The Pro will have a 7 or 8-inch screen, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability. All but the Pro will also have a 12.3-inch diagonal color driver information center, and those two screens next to each other look really sharp. The Pro will get a much smaller 3.5-inch diagonal monochromatic driver info center. The AT4X and Denali Ultimate will have a heads-up display added. The AT4 and higher will have a wireless charger for you. The bottom three trims will have a 6-speaker audio system. AT4 and Denali will have a 7-speaker Bose system. The top two trims will have a Bose Premium Series with 12-speaker system with center point. SLT and higher will have a heated steering wheel. AT4X and Denali Ultimate will have it leather wrapped. I'm astonished those are the only two trims that have it leather wrapped. The SLT and higher will have a heated driver and front outboard passenger seats. The AT4 and higher will add heated rear seats, and the AT4 and higher will also add in ventilated driver and front passenger seats. The SLT and higher will have 10-way power driver seat with power lumbar and 10-way power passenger. The Pro and SLE will just have basic 4-way manual driver and passenger. Seat trim will vary greatly from vinyl and cloth to the highest potential of leather, plus all sorts of different colors. And GMC will be providing some nice driver's assist, safety, and technology features, but as always, you're going to get the most, the highest you buy. Overall, I think these options are fine enough, even though I really don't say that, or I don't believe what I'm saying, except for the fact that everything good starts on the SLT. These trucks are expensive. I think depriving the Pro is expected. Of course, it's a base trim, but the SLE shouldn't be robbed of so much as well. But in the end here, when you really look at these prices for what you're getting for features, it's disappointing. If you need a lot of towing capability, you have to get a heavy-duty truck, but there's so many vehicles elsewhere in the market where you can get a lot more for your money when it comes to features. In review, guys, if you're in the market for a heavy-duty truck heading into 2025, GMC Sierra, I think, is a phenomenal option. I'm not one of those guys who is pro one brand, anti another. This is going up against stiff competition. That's absolutely a fact. It's cousin the Silverado HD, of course the Ford F-Series, and the Ram HD trucks as well. They sell a ton. They also look great in their own ways. They provide a lot for the money in their own ways, and they all have different levels of capability, varying a little bit. So depending on what you want specifically, absolutely check everything out. But if you're hard to sit on the Sierra because you love the design, you're a GM guy, and you like the look maybe a little better than the Silverado, because remember, the Silverado is mechanically the same, just going to have different looks. But if the GMC is the way you want to go, I think you're making a great call. It's going to be turn heads for sure. You see a lot of them, but I don't think that's a reason not to get one, because they always stick out because they look that good. So, Sierra HD is your plan. I think you're making a great call. Should be a great vehicle for a long time. Hopefully this video laid things out in a clear way for you guys. Thank you for watching this Benz car review. Please subscribe if not already. If you need a future review, drop in the comments and I'll see what I can do. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, I have that option. Check that out and join if you'd like. I'll catch you in the next Benz car review.